Hello friends, and welcome to Escaping the Mouse with your host, me, Breck Rowell. Alright, it is the second day of my short weekend, first week off after I came back from California, and when I was gone I put a mail hold on my house so I didn't have the mail stacking up in the mailbox. That's always kind of a sure sign that nobody's home. So I had the mail stopped, and when I finally got the mail going again on Friday, one of the things that was in the packet was a jury duty summons. So yeah, I haven't even been here 3 years yet and I've already pulled jury duty. So we're starting off the vlog a little bit late. It's about noon right now. I am done with jury duty now. Basically, what they do is they put you in a waiting room and then they assign you to panels, and the panels are potential cases you might get put on. I got put on a county court case. It was a misdemeanor, and I ended up actually sitting in the room for a while. They told me, if I did get put on a jury, it'd probably just be a one-day kind of thing, and they'd get that wrapped up real quick because misdemeanors are generally pretty quick things. Well, about the point we were supposed to go over to the courtroom, we got a warning that the judge wasn't ready. Apparently there was a bunch of pretrial stuff going. They were trying to plead their case and simplify things a little bit, and that we were going to have to probably wait until about noon in order to actually go over to the courtroom to start the case. Well, about 11 o'clock the clerk came in and said, yeah, those of you waiting on the county court case, they've reached an agreement, and we're not going to need you anymore, so you can go home. So that was a good thing. I still got half of my day to go, and I think today what we're going to do is we're going to plant the garden. Like I said, it's probably something I should have done a few weeks ago, but I was out of town at the time, so we're going to do it today. And I'm going to run over to the nursery and let's see what they have. I'm going to do some jalapenos, I'm going to do some tomatoes, but I want to try some other stuff too. So let's run over to the nursery and see what they got. Alright, so I think these are what I'm going to get. I've got basically 4 cherry tomato plants, 4 jalapeno pepper plants, 4 serrano pepper plants, and 4 okras. I've never tried growing okra before, and I've only had it a couple times, but it sounds like something that might be interesting to try, and it's a very southern thing, so that's what we're going to go with, I think. So while I got all this stuff home and ready to go, it's really hot out today, so what I'm going to do is probably wait a couple hours, wait for it to for the sun to go down, for the temperature to drop a little bit, and then we're going to put these things in the ground. So it's been a while since I made some salsa, so I went out and bought the supplies for making salsa, and that's probably what we're going to do for the next couple hours. But we'll check in on this in a little bit, and we'll still get this in the ground today. Now obviously before we put anything in here, we got to basically take everything out of here that's grown in here. This has been basically exposed to the elements now for, since the end of harvest season last year. So we get some weeds growing in here, and I'm going to pull all that stuff out, get the soil all ready. That actually looks like the ornamental grass I got growing over on the other end of the yard. That's strange that got all the way over here. Yeah, there's some more of it and some more of it. But I guess seeing how much that stuff has spread in that other bed, it isn't really surprising that it might spread all the way over here too. Alright, so I got both the beds cleaned out. I also kind of just tipped over all the soil, moved it all around, broke it all up, so it's ready to go. So I think the next thing we're going to do is let's bring the plants out here and figure out where we're going to put them. Alright, so I think this is how I'm going to set things up. It's much the same as the configuration from last year. I have all the jalapeno and serrano peppers here in this side. The serrano chilies, the serrano peppers are in the back. The jalapenos are in the front. Last year I had habanero peppers, and those were good too, but I also like serrano peppers. And these are the two kinds of peppers that I put in my salsa, or the serrano and the jalapeno. So being able to grow my own will be a good thing. On this side here, just like last year, we're going to have the tomatoes on this side, but I only got 4 plants this time, and they're all more what they call cherry tomatoes. So they'll be, what the size of a cherry tomato is. We'll hopefully get a good crop of those. And then up front I have the okra, and I've never grown okra before, so this is going to be interesting to see what happens, and maybe we'll see some instant pot recipes with okra at some point. So I'm going to put these in the ground, and then we'll move on to the next step, which I think probably just got to give it a good watering. Alright, so I got the plants in the ground. Like I said, this is the jalapenos over here. I've already given them a little bit of a drink, because the second I got them in the ground, before I started working on these, I gave them a good solid drink. Just because kind of the most risky point of planting a plant is when you actually put it in the ground. So you kind of want to give them a little bit of water right early on, so that they have a reasonable chance of fighting back the shock of being planted. So we're going to give everything over here a nice drink of water. Once again, these are my cherry tomatoes in the back, and hopefully we'll get a good crop of those. And then we're going to try some okra too. I've never done, like I said, I've never grown okra, never really eaten a lot of okra. It's something that's kind of popular here in the South, and so look forward to some recipes in the future featuring okra, hopefully. I found more than anything with the tomatoes I got last year, I just really came over here and ate them off the vine. They didn't even make them into the house in most cases. And I like little cherry tomatoes. They're a nice little treat. So I'm not going to have as big of a crop as I had, because I think last year I probably had, 24 plants in here. I got 8 in here now. But these are both of these in here are supposed to get to be decent size. I know about the tomatoes because they're going to vine all over the place. That's why I got the little trellises there for them to climb on. But these here are supposed to get 3 to 5 feet tall also. So, and seeing as how they're starting off already, they're pretty good sized plants. That doesn't seem completely unbelievable. And we'll give these over here another good little drink. And I think that about wraps up our video for tonight. So thank you as always for watching, and I'll see you next time on Escaping the Mouse. Good night. So I was reading some of the Facebook comments on last night's video where I went through the yard and found all the fireflies, and somebody said, "Oh, I wish I could see them close up." So we're going to try and hunt some down here, see if we can find one, get a close-up footage of it. There's one right there. You see it?